Now I'm going to read a little bit from this article from New York Post from December 3rd of 2018. This is when Dennis Brown II proposed to her, okay? It says, man raises engagement bar to absurd levels by proposing with 6 different rings. Nothing ruins the perfect proposal quite like hating the engagement ring your partner picked out. And one man decided to cover all his bases by proposing with 6 different diamond sparklers, so his bride-to-be could pick her favorite. So he already knew what type of woman he was dealing with, which is probably why they're not together anymore. You know, somebody who's extremely picky, and, you know, he knew that an engagement wouldn't be enough. An engagement wouldn't be enough, so he would have to do more in that situation, you know. Dennis Brown II, a model and fitness enthusiast, hired an event planner, stylist, photographer, florist, and clothing designer to make sure everything went swimmingly when he popped the question. And Atara Dallas was treated to 6 different shapes and sizes of sparklers, eventually choosing a teardrop ring. Dennis also printed an enormous banner on which he wrote, "Today, on your special day, I had the pleasure of putting a smile on your face all day. For there is no greater gift that I could think to give you. A woman whose heart is full of love and devotion to me, a woman whose loyalty to all those she loves stands unmatched, a woman whose generosity and willingness to help others around her flourish knows no depths. A woman who single-handedly made me believe that a soulmate, a lover, a prayer warrior, a confidant, and a best friend could be wrapped up in one amazingly beautiful soul that was handcrafted for me." Isn't that something that you would read out of a motivational, motivational blog or some shit, you know? That's why today I wanted to give you the greatest gift that I could ever give you. My heart and soul completely unwavering and all yours. You will accept and hold my hand in yours through this journey. I don't know if I could join that journey with somebody that I know that I had to get 6 rings for. Okay? Now, I want to know, do women like when guys speak like Romeo? Or, not Romeo, excuse me. I'm thinking Romeo and Juliet. Shakespearean. Do you like when a guy takes it to Shakespearean levels of love and appreciation? You know? So we really have to look at those things, man. We really have to look at the fact that you have men out here, okay, who know that they are with somebody. They know that they are with somebody who may not really love them as much as they think they do. Now, it's obvious to me that she's a very, again, I said this before, she's a very picky woman. And when you're dealing with picky women, man, they're going to be picky about the littlest things. In her rant video, I'm about to put name in the title so y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So y'all can go Google it. Stop asking me. All right, let's see. It's very clear to me that, you know, you have somebody who's used to disappointment, but they like to put the disappointment on other people. That's where a lot of women mess up and why they can't tend to move on and be with men who are productive and men who can build for them. They're too busy looking for a guy who, again, is 6'5", you know, chiseled, with a college degree, with a street background. That's what they're looking for. Nobody is perfect. That's just like me looking for the perfect woman. It's like me looking for a unicorn. You're never going to find that as a man. But you see, women can alter their appearances. They can alter their face. They can alter their bodies. And their dating pool may grow from that. You know? But us as men, yes, we have to work on ourselves, but we have to work on our mentality, and we have to understand that, listen, not every woman is going to want us. but we can work as best we can to get the best options. And that best option, if they are the one for us, they're the one for us. We're not going to sit up there and talk about we're trying to piece men together. How are you trying to piece men together when your mentality is so screwed up? You don't even know who you are. Okay? Now, again, I took some notes. She wants Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect doesn't exist. Okay, for all you women that think you're going to meet the perfect man doesn't exist. You may think that the people that you see on social media are perfect. Yeah, they perfect until you have a conversation with them and you realize there's nothing between the ears. Okay? Takes no accountability for one's behavior. When you're a woman who's getting up there in age and you've dated all types of men, you should understand a man who can be a builder and a man who's going to be an anchor, you know? And when you have women who are used to dating men because they are an anchor, they don't know what a good man is, because to them, building a man is the best way to go. And that never works. Probably because they saw their mama do it. They saw their aunts do it. They saw the women in their neighborhoods do it. So they think they can do it. They think that they're different. It's just like women who date men who's known to mess around with different women. They think that he's going to change because he's with them, and that never happens. Okay? Now, in her video, she said that women are effed up, according to Atara. Women are effed up, like, you know, and they're in an effed up situation. They're in an effed up situation because of the type of males that they groomed and raised. Man, these guys didn't raise themselves. We have a lot of fatherless males out here due to the fact their mother made it as difficult as possible for their father to be in them kids' life. Let's just be real. How many of us have known women who purposely would keep their kids from their fathers? And then once the kid is older, now all of a sudden you want to put them off on the father. Because you can't no longer hold them against that father, because the father is like, he don't really care no more. Not saying that it's right, but that's what's going on out here. Yeah, there are a lot of men, especially in the melanated community, that are mentally screwed up. Absolutely. I know I've seen mentally screwed up males. There's a lot of mentally screwed up males out here, but those males still have baby mamas. They still have women who want to date them, who want to procreate with them. Why is that? And you know these guys are screwed up, and you date them anyway because you're attracted to that. That which you are dealing with is what you are attracted to. The same type of guys that you want to hop the fence to avoid are the same guys that you gave chance after chance after chance to. You know? You gave them all those chances. Now you want to blame them. Now they're the only problem. What about the women who house these guys, who take care of them, who have kids by them? They don't deserve any type of accountability for where these guys' mindset is. These guys don't want to work hard and build anything. Now let's talk about delusional standards. And I think I said this a little earlier. You know, you have women that will go and they will get their bodies done to look like these Instagram models. But that's not going to get you a good man. I'm sorry. Getting work done on your face and your body, it may get you more dizzy, but it's not going to get you a man who wants to build a life with you, financially support you, upgrade you. You're just going to get with men who see you as an object to use. And when they're done using you, they're going to kick you to the curb. And that's why you have such bitterness out here, because they're getting kicked to the curb by the same men they look down upon because they have a degree and those men don't. They make good money and those men don't. But those are the men who are leaving you. Those are the men who are sleeping around with other women on you. That's where you're seeing a lot of these level up women talking about Dusty this and Dusty that. Look at their baby's father. Look at the men they were dating. They got used and basically abused by these guys. So to them, there's no other way but the level up way. But even in that situation, they still struggle because unless you have a self accountability, you will never be able to move on. You'll never be able to move on. Accountability must be had on both sides, or there will be no connection. There will be no getting together. There will be no learning from mistakes. You know, it'll just be a situation where you're stuck, so to speak. You're stuck in the same spot you've always been in, and that's the situation with this particular person. You know, so you really have to look at that. You know, now I know a lot of y'all are smart. I don't have to tell you how to do certain things. You already know, right? But I think in this situation with Atara, I just think that she's so used to dating males for how they look in their dizzic size. Because that's what she said. That seemed to be the main focus of her rant, was she wants a dude who has a big dizzic. According to her, he got to have a big dizzic. And if he doesn't have a big dizzic, what's she going to do with him? If that's the only thing on your mind, that's the reason why your relationships don't work. How you expect your relationships to work if you're worrying about the wrong things? If you're worrying about the wrong things, you're going to always find yourself single. If you're worrying about a dude's package size, you're going to stay single. And also, you know what that tells me? Because, you know, she said in her video that she need a guy with a with a big dizzic, and, you know, can basically take her down to Pound Town. Okay. She says she needs that in her life. That tells me that this woman is used to being in casual relationships with dudes just because of that. She's the type of female that would cheat on a guy because she's not getting satisfied in the bedroom. That's a very dangerous woman to deal with, man. It is. You know, a bit of a wasted situation. You know what I'm saying? Also, she talked about how she's too attractive to date unattractive men, and I'm saying to myself, I know these guys ain't thirsty to the point to where they're not being honest about the fact that you're not really that attractive as a woman. I'm just being real. You know, she looks like Russell Westbrook with laid hair. That's how she looks. I think she definitely needs to humble herself and understand that there ain't as many guys checking for you as you think. You think they're checking for you, but they may not be checking for you like that. You're almost assuming that because you have a box between your legs, that automatically means that you can just talk anyway to men and treat men any kind of way, and they're just gonna take it. No, they're not. You're at an age where you can't afford to be acting the way that you act, because you're only giving men more reasons to not want to date you. Okay? You're not going to find Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect doesn't exist. It's a figment of the imagination of feminist-minded women who refuse to change. And that's what I'm noticing more and more every single day. You cannot separate from the dysfunction that you help breed in the community, that you defended, that you gave your best years of your life to. You can't all of a sudden come back and make demands about the type of men you feel like you deserve to have, you know?